Welcome to the weekend edition of the Nightly Nuge. And you know what, Ted, this week we've been talking about how the Department of Justice, in my opinion, I think your opinion, is on the warpath, on the attack against good, law-abiding we the people. And, you know, you say it all the time, Ted, that, if we participate in this self-experiment that we have going on here in governing ourselves, we can change this in one election cycle. And usually on the weekend, we talk about hunting and outdoor activities. But mostly today, what I want you to talk about is how our fellow hunters, how our fellow fishermen and women and trappers and good conservation families all across America, that boy, oh boy, we just can't set this next election cycle out. We cannot be detoured in what we know to be correct. What do you say to our fellow hunters today, Ted, as far as voting, as far as standing up for what we know to be right, and standing up in defense of folks like our good friend, my very good friend, Mike Roman, who's under direct attack by the Department of Justice?
Well, number one, Keith, thank you for creating this Nightly Nuge, truth, logic, and common sense audio video crowbar, because I'm not going to be this good looking much longer. So we want to document as much of my time as possible. And to your entire team, Tim and Josh. And Keith, a big salute to you for creating what we now know as Hunter Nation, and creating hunternation.org, and following the insipidness, the embarrassment, the soullessness of Rock the Vote, where people would just vote for somebody because they wanted to legalize dope. It was the whole MTV thing, Rock the Vote. Let's vote for Che Guevara, even though Che Guevara would have killed all those people. It's unbelievable. You got these goofballs wearing a Che Guevara shirt. Che would have shot him right in the face and downtown in the circle. My point being is that huntthevote.org. And I've always celebrated and promoted. I've never defended hunting. It needs no defense. It's perfect. It's conservation. It's wise use. We have more deer, more turkey, more elk, more black bear, more cougar, more geese, more white-tailed deer than ever in recorded history. And that's just in my freezer. The point is that I know the hunting world. I use the term kicker. Working hard, playing hard, heart and soul, kicker America. Get up early, and when your plumbing needs work, it's going to be a hunter. Probably going to be a guy with a hunting license in his pocket. When you want your driveway paved or your house fixed, probably going to have a guy with a fishing license in his pocket. So I know that the very heart and soul of the best spirit, the best work ethic is found in the demographic of the hunting, fishing, and trapping families of this country. And then to our heartbreak and horror, we discovered that a suicidal percentage of hunting families in this country never even registered to vote. And I know it's the hunting season that coincides with the election season, but that is no excuse. So the reason you and Luke Hilgerman and I have pushed forward with hunternation.org and huntthevote.org is because, my friends, this is the spirit season. We call it the spirit of the wild. The Native Americans referenced the Great Spirit, God who has created this miracle that will give us food, clothing, shelter, medicine, tools, weapons, life. This miraculous creation that he gave us and told us to be stewards, to utilize and conserve and respect and revere the renewability of meat and clothing and leather and bones and tools and sinew and the lubricants that's found in the skeleton of cougars. Every renewable resource is thriving because hunting families demanded they be managed in the asset column, valuable for family hours of recreation, revenues generated for law enforcement and game wardens and game departments, and the scientific analysis to optimize the habitat, carrying capacity, sustain yield science that has produced the most admired, revered wildlife management policy in the history of mankind, with wildlife thriving because it is valuable to us. So my plea, my prayer is have the greatest hunting season of your life, but earn it. Be sure you're registered to vote. Join us at hunternation.org. At deer camp, and when you're taking pictures and when you're carving backstraps, tell your buddy, are you registered? Please come and join us at hunternation.org. Be sure you're registered so that you vote. So this is a sacred time of year where our instincts and our spirit says, participate, balance the herd, safeguard the habitat, revere the precious renewability of God's miraculous creation, but vote for that. Vote your conscience, vote your spirit, but be sure you vote. Huntthevote.org and hunternation.org. I beg of you, if the hunting families voted in meaningful numbers, we'd make America great again, literally overnight. Please fight for that spirit. You know it's worth it.
Awesome, Ted. I just want to say one more time, prayers, great wishes to my friend Mike Roman and his family. Stay strong. There's a lot of people out there, Mike, that are just like you, were we the people to the core. And I look forward to the day, Ted, when some of this gets down the tracks just a little bit. Maybe we can get Mike Roman on the show to tell his side of the story and refute the lies that Politico has put out for him. Ladies and gentlemen, come back next week because we'll have some more of the nightly news where there is absolutely no fake news. Great week, Ted.